Hey everyone, this is Josh from before, and I'm here with the new Mandarin spawn from the first wave of the McFarlane Gold Label collection. It's a Walmart exclusive. I found it at Walmart. I didn't have an easy time finding it, and that's how Walmart likes to make it for us all. So if you're looking for this guy, best of luck to you. So let's take a look at it. I mean, right out the gate, McFarlane Gold collection. They kind of scuffed it up. Why you gotta scuff up my stuff, Walmart? But the box looks really cool. I love this like bright colors, and obviously the figure's brightly colored as well, so it looks really rad, and it really like pops on the shelf. They've been doing this thing with the gold collection where they put this little notification that it's not a toy. If you say so, all right, that's fine. And the box is the same size, same profile as these DC Multiverse boxes have been. So you can take a look at the box here. It's got this window is kind of cut out in a cool way, and it's got these sort of Chinese looking details on it. On the back, you got a nice looking photo of the figure itself. And actually, if you are looking for this, here's the UPC. Hopefully that's helpful. I have a really hard time, when something says it's in stock at Walmart, and I go there and it's not on the shelf. I'm like, hey, can you look for this? And they usually do not help at all. But such is the hunt. So I think it's time to get right into this. Open her up. So it's my understanding that back in the day, when they were doing more of the waves of spawn figures, and they had all the different kind of variant spawns, ninja spawn and zombie spawn and all that, they had one of these or possibly multiple different versions of a Mandarin spawn toy. And it's my impression that this is like a retooled version. Like the old ones were kind of those old McFarlane kind of statue kind of sculpts, and that they've gone in and added articulation to something that already existed. I might be wrong about that. If you do, if you know the history of this character and stuff, like let me know in the comments, and kind of you can take me to school, because I'm not 100% sure about that. So he's got these two bladed weapons. I do not know the names of those weapons. Again, if you can tell me, if you can give me some info, let me know. He's got these two bladed weapons, and you can see back here he's got one of the stands, kind of the way all the multiverse figures come with stands. A lot of times they put these ties on stuff, and it's like so snug to the figure that it's kind of a pain. I'm like, do I go in the back and kind of gotta pull these to get cut them? But this actually have room to just go in here and just go, dude. And then these have the multiverse figures, they get like really snug in this plastic, and it always makes me a little nervous pulling them out. Probably because I've had too many experiences with like NECA and stuff where I they break a joint right out of the box. So I'm really cautious, and I like to I grab them from the feet and I sort of pull up, just to try to avoid putting any stress on the joints. Just right away, this looks really cool, and it feels really great. I mean, there's something about these the multiverse figures and stuff. They just feel different in your hand compared to like a Marvel Legend. There's something about it. And then they've been using a lot of this rubber material in the capes, and other parts of the figures, and when you take them out of the box, they have this smell, and it reminds me of like going to Toys R Us when I was a little kid. Something about the smell of the rubber and the plastic, and I just love it. So I just take a big whiff of that. And this is just rad. I was not like super, super excited about this figure when they announced it. It's like, oh, it looks cool, it's fine, but probably not for me. But then when you see it in person, it's just like the promo pics don't do it justice, and it's just rad. I don't know what else to tell you. So let's start taking a look. Let's start with his head. Cocks his head to the side pretty good. Doesn't seem to want to look up or down. Oh man, that head in the profile looks cool. It looks like looks like Dragon Ball Z Sonic the Hedgehog. I like that. Yeah, that head, not much in the head. Side to side, definitely. But as far as like tilting up and down, I don't know that it's in there. But he can cock his head to the side, I guess, if he's. And then, yeah, the shoulder articulation is there, but this sculpted piece, which just looks cool, really cool. Just that's gonna get in the way. You're not gonna be able to. But I mean, if you want him arm up, he's got the full range, but he just can't lift much higher than that. And then probably the same over here. Yeah, I mean, gets a little higher, but this big sculpted shoulder pad thing gets in the way. But the bicep cut already, I mean, that looks awesome. Same thing over here. Sculpt gets in the way, but I mean, the range of motion, it's there. These elbows, though. Let's see. Yeah, it's about what I expected. It's about what you would see from like a single jointed elbow, which is about to get about right there. And that's as high as it wants to go, which I can live with that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this guy looks just cool. Probably standing. I'm not going to have him in like some crazy like ninja pose. So I can live with that. And then, yeah, the wrists, the same sort of ball joint that we kind of come to expect from figures like this. And then let's see what he's got for the waist. This is the torso, this is the ab, and then he's also got a waist as well. So he's got two. Let's see, does the waist actually turn? I think this waist turns, but it's kind of, the way it's sculpted, it's hard to get in there. I don't think it wants to turn, but it does like rock. Can we see that? Yeah, I mean, there's a waist joint there, but just the way it's sculpted, and this chest piece thing kind of gets in the way. So most of the torso movement is going to be coming from this sort of joint at the rib cage. And then, oh, okay, so he doesn't have that same kind of joint that most of the multiverse figures have. It's just this kind of ball joint thing. So he's not going to be getting into the full, like, side split. But I mean, front and back, and he's got this this thing here at his waist that is, I don't think you're gonna end up posing him in, crazy contortionist sort of poses. So that's just, something you got to deal with. He does have the double jointed knees, and yeah, guess what? There's a little sculpted detail that prevents that from getting any further than that, which is still, I mean, it's pretty good. This guy, he's got these kind of like I don't know how they're like hoof feet, almost like sort of like horse leg kind of thing. So I just don't think you would be sort of displaying him in a weird, wild ninja pose. So that's just what we got to deal with. But let's see, the feet itself. Oh yeah, there we go. The feet have this with a pin, this kind of joint, and they twist. It's not really a rocker kind of thing, but it does, like, when you twist it, it does kind of orient itself a little differently. So you could, what's it look like under there? Can we see? Not really. It looks, I mean, I don't know if you've seen like the Devastator from the Multiverse line, kind of similar to the way those feet, yeah, it's from the back, you can see it better. It kind of has that sort of thing. And then, yeah, that might need a bath. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, see the way that looks. So not, not the kind of articulation you would see in like a more traditional human character or figure, but I mean, it's got some motion, and really I like these broad feet that it just makes it easier to kind of stand and support its weight. And let's see, these rotate a little bit, but not. Can you see that there? A little bit of rotation up there at the hip, but not much. So let's get his weapons out here. I mean, just like you can see, this sculpt is so cool. There's so much detail, and that gold paint really looks good. And the handles have all this detail in them. Like, it's pretty wild. And I don't know, so like there's a Spawn logo in that one. So I don't know, like I was saying earlier, like if this is a retooled version of something that was already sculpted, I don't know how they go about that. Like, was the original sculpt, like, was it done traditionally, like with clay and stuff, or was it a ZBrush sort of digital sculpt? I don't know. And if anybody does know, like, I'm all ears. Like, let me know what the T is on that. These are the weapons. I mean, look at the way the light hits them. They really do look cool. I feel like McFarlane's been doing a lot of stuff with gold lately, and I think it looks great. I'm sure not everyone feels the same way, but okay. So these hands are sculpted pretty closed. You know what I mean? That's harder plastic. That it's got a little bit of give, but I don't want to give it too much pressure. But so I'm not sure how they expect us to put these in his hand, his or her hand. Mandarin Spawn could be female. I don't know. Okay, that's all right. So when I'm doing this, I'm pushing it back, and the hands are giving a little bit. So I'll show you kind of here. It's just be careful, and if you feel like you're putting too much stress on it, just chill. Like, don't force it. There's no reason to break it. Okay, so I did get it in, and I had to kind of pull those fingers a little bit, and they have a little bit of give. There he is with the weapons. I mean, this looks really rad. I kind of wish this was long enough to maybe kind of plant it on the ground so it looked like more of a staff type thing. But then again, I don't know exactly what these weapons are or how they would be properly like held or used by somebody. So let's see if we can just give them kind of a cool stance. And you know what? Because of these are this ball joint thing, the legs are a little loose. They don't have that sort of ratchety notch thing. that the traditional modern McFarlane hip joints have. So he's a little, he moves a little bit if you just put a little bit of pressure on him, It's kind of annoying, but. Oh, and you know what? These kind of pointy things, those are soft material. And this is too. So, if you wouldn't put your eye out with it, I think. A little bit of a safety measure. And I think what McFarlane's been doing with these sort of rubbery pieces, like the spikes on the Devastator that I mentioned, which you can actually see him right there. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's really exciting. They keep kind of pushing that material to do new things. That's one of my favorite little sort of details or so there he is, and I mean he stands up really great because these broad feet. But I will pop this stand out anyway. I think some people are hesitant to pull these out because it tears the paper, but I don't keep the box. Spawn logo on the stand, just in white. That's a little disappointing. I like the green color of that. I don't even need to put this on here, so I'm not gonna worry about that. But I'm sure it fits the pegs. Yep, fits the pegs. Good deal. If you wanted that there, But again, because of his weird sort of horse legs, his stance, I could put it on this one and maybe be a little more centered on it, but it's almost it doesn't need it. I don't need it. It's man, for this is just fun to mess with. It looks cool. I can tell this is just going to be really fun to get him in just the right kind of pose that kind of shows off sculpt, just give him a little bit of attitude. It's going to be rad. And then if you want to kind of see where he fits in with scale, that's the Geralt from The Witcher from this Black Series, Gold Label collection. And that's Grim Knight from Multiverse. So he's a bit taller. He's almost got an inch on everybody if you count his sharp pointy stuff. And then next to a Marvel legend, he's huge. Just looking at it right now, it feels like it has more paint applications than any of the DC Multiverse characters. Just the details of this, some of these paints are kind of like a candy coat, and he's got this weathering on this shoulder pad. And the blue kind of goes up there a little bit, kind of blends like that. But, it's just really cool. These patterns on the legs, it's just everywhere you look on it, it's got something to kind of catch your eye and look really cool. There's this sculpted little mask right there. He's cool. So there you have it. McFarlane Gold Label, Mandarin Spawn, Walmart exclusive. If you're out there hunting at Walmart, you have my sympathy because they don't make it easy to find this stuff, especially when they're first dropping. But I think if this is something you're looking for, you're going to be pretty stoked when you find it and pop it out of the box. All right. If you've got any other questions, leave them down here. and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And we'll see you next time. Bye.